They say greatness is measured in moments, but moments don't stand alone. They connect. They repeat. They echo. Look at the wall behind him. This isn't decoration, it's evidence. A career doesn't move forward in a straight line. It circles the same questions again and again. Are you enough? Will this be the one? What happens if it never is? He never looked like the prototype. No physique to dominate. No voice to command the room. No presence that demanded attention. And yet, when the ball arrived, everything else went quiet. Chaos slowed. Defenders hesitated. Time bent. Some players play football. Others make it feel personal. Pressure is not loud at first. It starts as expectation, then grows into comparison, then turns into judgment. When you wear a shirt like this, you don't escape history. You inherit it. Every touch becomes a verdict. Every miss becomes a headline. Every silence becomes an accusation. And still, he asked for the ball. There were nights when brilliance wasn't enough. Nights when effort was praised, because outcome couldn't be. Nights when excellence ended in apologies instead of celebrations. Not failure, not absence. Just unfinished business. That kind of weight doesn't break you instantly. It waits. Watch his posture. Arms folded, still, grounded. This isn't defiance, it's acceptance. Leadership doesn't always arrive with authority. Sometimes it arrives with responsibility. Responsibility to stay, to return, to believe when belief feels naive. They wanted magic, so he gave them consistency. They wanted miracles, so he gave them control. Dropping deeper, running longer, passing earlier, trusting others when the easy choice was to do everything himself. Greatness evolving, not fading. When the decisive moments arrived, they weren't dramatic. No panic, no theater, just routine. A penalty isn't a test of technique. It's a test of memory, of all the times you missed, of all the times you were reminded, and still, you step forward. Success doesn't always roar. Sometimes it exhales. A lifted trophy, a quiet smile, a breath held for years. Finally released, not proving anything, not correcting a narrative, simply finishing a sentence that's been interrupted too many times. Look again at the wall. World titles, continental glory. Moments once used as arguments, now just part of the picture. The strings don't pull outward anymore. They connect inward. A reminder that fulfillment isn't about accumulation, it's about alignment. People will debate numbers forever, goals, assists, awards, but the truth of greatness lives somewhere else. In composure, in restraint, in choosing joy when expectation demands fear, in staying human while being treated like a symbol. This isn't a story about arrival. It's about steadiness, about being doubted and not changing who you are, about being celebrated and not forgetting it can disappear, about understanding that legacy isn't built in highlights. It survives in pressure. When the noise fades, when the comparisons age badly, when the arguments lose urgency, what remains is simple. Someone who carried the game gently, someone who endured instead of shouting back, someone whose story didn't need revision, just time. And behind him, everything connects, not because it was destined, but because he stayed long enough to make it whole.